Greetings, fellow adventurers, and welcome to Hazards and Hijinks, the live-action fantasy role-playing improv comedy show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We know you could be anywhere on a Friday night, and we are so very happy you are here live with us on YouTube and or Twitch. Eagle-eyed observers may have noticed that there's a bit of delay between my audio and a visual. I pissed off my ex. They're a sorcerer, and they have cast a time delay spell on me. It affects only me. We are currently trying to figure it out. It affects no one else in the show, so you can just deal with it. I deal with it. We're going to get through it together. This is why you always have good relations with people that you once loved. Moving on, let's get to the show. Tonight we have gathered together some of our most favorite improvisers and adventurers together for a show unlike any other. That's right. We went to our social media and we asked you a simple question. The first question, what monster would you like to see us challenge? And by an overwhelming number, you have summoned from the depths of the abyss, the Leviathan itself. So this biblical monster, this Andaluvian terror, has risen from the churning deeps to destroy the cool adventurers once and for all. Will it succeed, or will the cool adventurers survive? Only time will tell. The second challenge that we presented to you, our audience, was what kind of quest will our heroes be going on? And you selected a delivery quest. So our heroes will be given an item and challenged with delivering that item to someone else. Should they accomplish these two things, defeat the Leviathan and deliver this object to its intended target, they will receive 2 level achievements and get that much closer to leveling. Ooh, how exciting. How much fun is that? I know it's a lot of fun for us. I know it's a lot of fun for you. So let's get down to business. And now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's get to the most important part of the show, the part where I introduce my friends and my fellow performers, the adventurers for tonight. Starting off with everyone's favorite bookworm, put your hands together for Brenan Dwyer as Nan Gutblortcher, the Dwarf Monk.
Peace be with you. I hope you read a good book today.
She did, and she hopes you did too. Up next, everyone's favorite shell-shocked hero, hands together for Robert the Chocolate Bear Heger as Sonny the Tortle Warlock.
Hello! I'm very good at conducting electricity.
He is. Up next, everyone's favorite pointy-eared crusader. Put your hands together for Holly Scott as Alera of Aquafolium, the elf Templar.
The glory of the fake queen, and for the honor of the celestial king.
Ooh, so serious. I love it. And finally, no one's favorite. Put your hands together for Coleman Summers as Albie the Wizard, the human wizard.
Hi. I hope you've all read the first book in my new trilogy. It's the first part of a trilogy of trilogies, possibly exponential. It's on Amazon right now. You can get it in the Amazon 99 cents Kindle. I could use the reviews.
Thank you for illustrating my point, Albie. Now that we've assembled our adventurers, let's get this party started with a hearty huzzah, and please join us. 3, 2, 1, huzzah!
Huzzah!
Very good. Okay, let's start with Alera. When last we saw Alera, she was in the deepest depths of the dwarven sewers, far below the town of Oakvale, with Snarla Blastwind and Jack Ripper Wainwright. They had just defeated Serena the Banshee and the Sirens. Using the chalice of the Fey Queen, Alera had transformed several of the Sirens back into their elven forms and watched in almost horror as these elves succumbed to the ravages of time, crumbling into dust and bones before her. They managed to whisper out a thank you as they succumbed to the ravages of time. Alera, filled with duty, took their bodies and decided to bury them in accordance with Fey tradition, leaving her companions and making her way deep into the cavernous depths of the lowest part of this sewer. She left a message for her friends saying that she would join them shortly as she delved into the dark unknown. Alera, what would you like to do?
I wandered deeper and deeper into the biggest abyss, the biggest darkness I've seen, and surprisingly, I have no fear. None at all. So I would like to try to find an exit, go back to the land from where I come from.
Okay, all right. So
Aquafolium. The city, not like the land I come from is destroyed terribly, but I mean
Yes.
like the city where all the other people are.
All right, sounds good. So you want to go to the surface?
Yes.
All right, that is going to be a nature check. Now, you are royalty and you are a Templar, so nature isn't necessarily in your wheelhouse. I'm going to say you have a pretty bad disadvantage towards this. So let's set this check at 16 or better. So you need to roll a 16 or better. That's a 2. Yes, you notice an outcropping of rocks, and you remember vaguely your aunt, who was a world explorer, telling you about outcroppings of rocks. And what's that old adage about elves? Which direction do they always go?
Oh, we always go right.
That's right. And so you make a right at this outcropping of rocks, and you delve deeper and deeper until you come to a grotto. This grotto glows with a bioluminescence. In the center of the grotto, there is a single stone extending out of the water. And on the top of the stone is a book. The book is open. And on the book is a small object. You can't get a good glimpse of it from where you are. What would you like to do?
Well, I don't know how to read, so a book would be of no value to me. But I think the object might be pretty good. So I'm going to try to get to somehow that object.
Okay. Yes. You begin to step into the bioluminescent water. It is warm to the touch as you wade through it, making your way through. You pass until you arrive at the stone. The book you cannot decipher by your own volition. You cannot read, but you see the object. It is a brightly colored card with the picture of a lich on one side, as well as some writing. On the other side, there appears to be 3 words.
Damn my eyes. I better take this to someone. I better find Nan. Nan would definitely be able to read this. And I also grabbed the book too. So I take the book and the card and I put it into a satchel and hope it doesn't kill me when I do that.
Okay, yes. As you begin to remove the book latches itself back down onto the stone, and the water itself begins to churn violently around you. It lifts up and forms the body of a massive tentacled monster made out of water. It thrashes its tentacles around wildly.
Whoa, big guy. Hey, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to take your book. I'm sorry. I apologize. The book is going to stay right here. It's worthless to me. I can't read it. So don't worry. Yeah, I'm going to guess that's a good job. You did great. Thank you for respecting my boundaries and not taking the book nor the card. Understood. I understand boundaries very well. Thank you, big tentacle monster.
As you attempt to move away from the book, the tentacled monster made out of water moves towards you, blocking your exit. It thrashes around.
Look, guy, I don't need this, and you don't need this. Like, I definitely could kick your ass from here to next Thursday, but I just want to leave. I didn't even really want to find this place. I'm trying to go up, and I went down. So, like, there's ill will here. There's no. I come in peace. I don't even come in peace. I come in accident. So let's chill with the. Okay. Okay.
The tentacled monster kind of looks around, taking its tentacles and rubbing them across its watery face. It shifts into the form of an elf made of water. It forms a book identical to the book on this stone made out of water.
Okay.
And it shifts into the tentacled form. Then it shifts back.
So I turned you into from an elf into a tentacle monster by picking up the book? No, I gotta read the book. I destroy the book? I can do that. I can just don't destroy the book. Don't destroy the book.
Would you like some help?
I would love some help because I have.
All right, let's roll an intelligence check. This is an open-ended intelligence check. No DC. We'll just see how well you are at interpreting his charades. 18. Yes.
I was the charades champion of Aquafolium my first junior year of high school.
And that is coming through now because you are easily able to interpret his actions. Once upon a time, this was an elven scholar who borrowed a book from an unknown eldritch sorcerer. Upon reading the book, he accidentally cast an incantation upon himself, transforming himself into a water elemental, preventing himself from reading the spell capable of turning himself back. Now he is trapped in this cave, incapable of escaping, and the book is now past due. If you return the book to the library for him, that will break the curse that he finds himself under.
Oh, is that it? Yeah, got you. We can do that. I'll just take it with me. I won't read it because I don't want to turn it into a water elemental. Don't worry, I can't anyway. And then, I'll take it to the library. Where's the library, though? Like, where's that at?
The water elemental grabs the card from the center of the book and holds it in front of you, and with its tentacles points to the three words. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
It just looks like a mush to me. I'm sorry. I will attempt to do a reading check.
All right, that's going to be an intelligence check. We're going to set this intelligence check. So when you say you can't read, do you have any formal training? Is it like defiant that you don't know how to read, or like did they literally not teach you how to read at the court of Aquafolium?
I was born to lead, not to read. So I was told that I was not to read because reading would keep me
So this is like an elven tradition, like no elven royalty knows how to read?
This is Aquafolium royalty tradition. Yeah.
Okay, so it's just limited to. Okay, that's good. That's good to know at least.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then we're gonna set this check at 14.
Okay.
Set this check at 14.
I've been picking up some things here and there.
12. Okay. The first word says red.
Red.
The second word says dumb.
Red dumb?
And the third word says Bex.
Red dumb Bex?
You are magically pulled with the card and the book into a portal and thrust into a bookshelf. You are thrown into the bookshelf violently. Let's roll 2d6.
Oh, good God, that hurt.
Yes, you collide into the bookshelf, crashing onto the ground. The bookshelf collapses on top of you as several tomes of elvish history, oh the irony, begin tumbling on top of your head. Poof, 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 for 6 points of damage. You look up and around you, and you see a beholder floating.
What do I see? What do I see?
You see a beholder.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
You see a beholder.
Oh, yeah. So I had a spirit in the form of Siri join me, and it stopped. The spirit stopped me from being able to hear what that was.
Oh
So-
no, this library is super duper haunted, so that makes total sense.
Okay.
You look and you see a beholder at a desk. It floats. Hi, welcome to the Lich's Library. My name is Seymour C4. How can I help you today?
Seymour Seafloor?
Seymour C4.
Great, Seymour. Hi, I'm Alera, former Queen of Aquafolium. I'm part of the Cool Adventurers, and
Oh, that's great.
very great. Yeah, I would like to return this book that is overdue to you.
He takes the book, drops it down, and stamps it. All right.
Cool. So is my buddy in the water not an elemental anymore? Is that good? We're good?
It's not my department. Are you here for the other cool adventurers?
There's other cool adventurers? What? Here?
Yeah, they're in the other room. They're having cake.
Yeah, I'm here for cake. Sure. Cool. Let's lead the way. Lead on. Scary face eyeball monster.
I get cake too.
Hey, do you think I'm beautiful? Because I've always told that beauty is in the eyes of the. Never mind. Anyway, go ahead and lead the way.
That's not a hurtful joke at all.
Sorry, I had to. I don't come across many beholders, so.
Seymour sees C4 begins floating down the hall. He pushes open a door. You see a lich standing atop a table as cake falls from the air, dropping on the ground. You see Nan, Sunny, and Albie standing around the lich. Oh, hello, Seymour. No cake for you.
Alera.
Hi, this is great meeting you guys here. What's going on? Please fill me in.
We were in the midst of an argument. Maybe you can be the not so much a tiebreaker, but you can be another vote. See, I think, man, it's a real sport. I just don't think it's very interesting to watch.
I completely disagree. I think just because it uses the dexterity of your fingers, it doesn't count as athleticism.
I completely disagree. Alera, we're talking about team calligraphy. It's the beautiful game. That's what they call it.
Yeah, that's real neat. I don't even know what calligraphy is.
I'm considering sponsoring a team of youth calligraphers.
Oh, great. That's so great. That's so great. We got to get the youth back into things because they've been really down lately. So I'm really happy for that.
All of them, all of the youth have been down.
Yeah.
I've been saying it for millennia. That's why I tried destroying the world in the 6th century. It was exclusively because of my concern for the youth.
Well, I was a youth post 6th century, and I felt I was pretty up.
But I can't take credit for that, but I'm going to.
Well, there's one way to tell if something's a sport. If it's on the tomes, specifically tome SPN number 3 or lower, then it's definitely a sport. And if it's on tome SPN 4 or up to 32, it's a game or entertainment. So this team calligraphy, would it be on the higher tome SPNs or would it be on the lower tome SPNs?
There's only one way to find out. I'm going to take those tomes and I'm going to speed read them.
All right, let's roll a speed read. Give me a D20. It is a special ability, so it's a D20 and a D6. Oh, Oh, yes. This is 100% both a sport and an activity, as it is featured in both tomes below and above.
Oh, that's a cross tomes PN. Got it. Tomes and Sports Provincial Network. That's the name of it. Tomes PN. It's a weird name. It's a weird
What's
name.
the criteria of these tomes?
Oh,
How do they get to decide it's both?
Well, they're featured. They're featured by on a lot of royalty. Like a lot of royalty have access to Tome SPNs. My dad watched lots of people reading Tome SPNs to him. Lots.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't read it himself, but like we had readers. We had special readers that came in and like he's like, "What's going on today with the Aquafolium super darts of the Rocket Flyer League Ball League?" And I'm not a sports.
I apologize. We've just met, but if we're going to discuss Rocket Flyer Leagues, I'm going to need to see your card.
Card, please.
Your library card.
You know, I got thrown into a bookshelf here, friend. I don't have a card.
That sounds like how it works here.
Why would I have a library card if I can't read the books?
This is a great question. I've actually been meaning to bring this up with you, Mr. Lich, because, you know, I thought we had kind of a special thing.
Yes.
And now all of these people have access.
I don't want to.
Man, you're being a real gatekeeper right now, okay? I can read, even if I don't want to read the books you do, because they've got triple-digit pages.
Yeah, I can read too.
We can all read here.
No, we
Okay?
can't. No, we can't.
Not Alera. You can read emotion. You can feel it, you know? I can't read people.
Look, okay, Mr. Lich guy, who I don't even really, we just met and I don't even know your name. What's your name, by the way? Do you mind if I ask you your name so I can like know it and say it? I feel rude not saying it.
I only had a thing with one person. Anywho, yes, name. You see, that's funny. I had a name, but that was so long ago, I forgot it. Most people just call me the Lich, but now I'm the Kindly Lich.
Cool. I'm going to call you the Kindly Lich. Actually, I kind of want to call you Leroy for some reason. Can I call you Leroy?
No, not a big fan of Leroy.
Great. Kindly.
I was workshopping Soul Patch on account of the Soul Patch.
Ooh.
Alera's giving me like a yes.
Ooh, no, I'm giving you a no.
Yes, but we just met and you can't read. So like your opinion's down here and Alera is up here.
Alera's up
Albie, what do you think? Soul Patch on account of my Soul Patch.
You might as well call yourself anything that you are physically.
Wow.
Okay, so like desiccated skin, Soul Patch desiccated skin. Sonny, what do you think about the nomenclature Soul Patch desiccated skin?
Well, Alora said, Leroy, and that just kind of pops. So, I like Leroy.
All right, I'm going to workshop it. I'm not. Like now,
maybe Leroy.
Now that I'm hearing you say Leroy, I like it. But I'm really, Soul Patch was my baby. I felt very vulnerable sharing that with you all. And were I still evil, I would kill all of you now, but I'm not. I'm totally cool, totally kindly.
Can I posit an alternate possibility here for you? I think people can have two names. So like I'm Alera of Aquafolium. So technically my cart driving license, if I'm driving carts, which I don't, but if I had one, it would say Alera Aquafolium. So maybe you could be Leroy Soul Patch.
I will think on these things.
Great. Love it. Loving it. Loving everything that's happening here. Loving it.
Suddenly, several of the books fall over and ghosts appear out of the tomes. They are dressed as librarians. We are the ghost librarians of Alexandria, And we curse you, Albie the Wizard, for not participating in the Kindly Wizard's Inquisition by abjectly refusing to pick a side and saying he could be named after anything. You have shown that you are indecisive. So you must decide. You must speak in asides. And so they disappear. You have been cursed, Albie. You must only communicate directly with the audience in asides. How you do so is like this. I am directly communicating through the audience via an aside. Failure to do this will cost you 2 points of health.
This is the greatest day of my life.
I don't completely understand how this works.
But you are doing it correctly.
Mhm.
So, Leroy, Shoalpatch, the third. I added the third. Sorry, I think it fits.
I think it's the first.
Yeah, Leroy Soulpatch the first, first of his name. I don't want to be here. Can I take my friends and like get out of this place? Because that's important to me.
Oh, yes, you just arrived. We were all about to leave. Albie here needs 2 spellcasters capable of casting a 5th level spell. And as it so happens, I am one. And so we were just discussing who could potentially be the second. You wouldn't be able to cast a 5th level spell, could you?
No, I'm not a wizard. I'm a Templar, so I can cast some spells, but they're mostly lower level, I think.
Yes. Very few living beings or even undead beings are capable of casting level 5 spells. I do know of one, and I was just explaining to your fellows about that individual when we got sidetracked on the conversation about competitive calligraphy and its impact on youth's lives.
Great.
Right.
Who is this person? Who are we talking about here?
Cassandra.
Cassandra. I would like to see if I know about Cassandra, if I've heard that name before.
All right, that is going to be a history check. Let's roll this history check. This is going to be open-ended. 16. Yes, you have heard of Cassandra. She is from the Comedic Sea, which is the sea to the west of Improvia. She is a sea crone, a type of fae.
So, friends, I was on a boat for a while, and this guy on the boat kept talking about Cassandra, the sea crone. The Comedic Sea is kind of far from here, but wouldn't shut up about how great she was and how funny she was, and also how magical she was. And I thought it was like he was flirting with kind of the idea of her, but no, I'm starting to think that literally she was magic. Sea crone, so makes sense. Thoughts?
Well, I don't want to hold my high hand with the Lich here, but I'm going to. So a long time ago, when the Lich and I, when I turned the Lich into the Kindly Lich, because I did that
Against its will.
That's kind of awesome. Good job.
Yeah, with the soul patch. So it's all really meaningful.
Oh, that's that. Okay, now I get that
Yeah,
meaning.
good job.
Okay.
And during that time, I happened to glimpse the Lich's journal.
As you do.
I happen to know that the Lich has a personal relationship with Cassandra.
Oh, like relationship or like buddies relationship? Like
That's for them to say.
I don't want to That's
It's not for me to out the really salacious, very vivid dreams that were recorded
okay.
in detail.
Okay.
But they were there. I did read them. And So, Lich, what do we need to know?
Pertinent information would be that when our partnership ended, Cassandra cursed me so that I physically cannot be in her presence until I return an item to her. But this item, for obvious reasons, has sentimental value, and so I have never been inclined to give it back. But considering the stakes that are at hand, I am willing to do it for you, my friend. Okay. Return to her this ring. The ring of the family Kelly. This will show her that I have put aside my feelings, and she will be inclined to join our quest. Or she'll kill you, in which case, whoops.
Yeah, but just
She's
another
gonna
day.
kill us. She's gonna kill us. There's no way
Everyone
this
dies
Lich is gonna
eventually.
put aside his feelings, man.
My
You've been
favorite
awfully
part.
quiet, Albie.
Huh?
Yes.
You can hear Albie?
No, I said he'd been really quiet.
Yeah, I was going to say that's my favorite part of this quest so far.
Yes, it is very nice that since he'd said I could be named anything, he's kind of kept it to himself.
Yeah.
Mr.
I still think that I didn't mention it, but I feel like Stormbringer would be a really kick-ass name for the Lich. But I don't think he's worthy of it.
So I was sent here via a fast-moving portal into a bookshelf. Is there a possibility there's a fast-moving portal that goes to the other side of the country? Actually, I don't know where we are. So maybe?
Yeah, I agree. I'm not really good with ships.
It's really upsetting to me that I don't know what we're laughing about.
I don't know either. So is there?
Yes, I can. I'm a Lich. I could literally warp reality to do just about anything.
Except for get back with his girlfriend.
Except for get back with my girlfriend, I just realized would be really hurtful if someone said that.
Oh, that would be a sick burn.
That would be a sick burn, and I just applied it to myself.
Oh, yeah, you should not do that.
Sick burn, I'm putting that on the list. But I'm not evil anymore. That's a good evil name. Ooh, if I was still evil, Sick burn would be a good name. Oh, the things you realize in retrospect. All right, yes. So, because of Cassandra's spell, I cannot teleport you to her island, but I can teleport you within 50 miles of it, which is the open ocean. So I will teleport you there and conjure a boat.
Okay.
With that, you will be able to sail to her island.
Okay. Yeah, that's great.
Hey, I'm just gonna before we go, I'm just gonna grab a book off the shelf that is an atlas, and I'm gonna grab another book off the shelf that is how to sail.
Very good idea. You've given yourself a bonus to navigation and sailing.
Wow. Yeah. So
when we're back, can you help me like turn a water elemental back into an elf after this is all over? Is that something that you're departing? Why are you so mad?
so left out.
It's not funny. Real.
All right, now everyone hold hands.
Oh, okay.
It's very important. You all hold hands. Not with me. No, I need to be in the center. I'm in the center. Hold hands. Okie dokie. Now it gets a little closer. Take one step forward. Very good. Very good. Now one step forward. Very good. Very good, very good. Now, this is very important. Close your eyes. Yes, everybody, even you, Albie, close your eyes. Pucker your lips. Pucker. Now kiss.
Vow of celibacy.
This is how the spell works. Now kiss.
No tongue.
Oh.
Snap! And suddenly you are teleported onto the deck of a massive ship. The ship is crewed by astral projections of the Lich dressed in a comical pirate suit. It waves and gestures like a pirate, but cannot speak because it is just an animated projection. Arr!
The neat person.
One of them, which has an ostentatious captain's hat, snaps his fingers as if to say,
I have very good charades techniques here, so maybe I can figure out.
you do indeed. Let's roll an intelligence check. Because of your good charades, we'll set this at 10 or better. That's an 8. I bet to mail you something. I guess it only had her.
He mad hattered us. He got a really crazy hat maker somewhere in this water too on accident. That's very sad. Poor hat maker. Oh
Yeah.
well.
He follows it up with the likelihood of Zit binding you operational at rest.
Binding us operational at best. So if we're having an operation, like some sick thing, the likelihood of us binding it together is great. So like those wounds will just close up real good. That's awesome. Well done.
I don't think that's it. I feel like it said something like the likelihood of it finding us
I'm sorry.
is negligible at best.
You know, if you were wrong, I think Albie would correct you. So since
Yeah,
he's saying nothing, I think you're 100% correct.
Clearly good. Albie definitely would be the Nan would correct me first because that's like her MO. And then Albie would get right on it, and neither of them said boo, so I must be nailed it.
I would only
Alera's
be
wrong.
I would only be correcting you if it was my expertise is written language, you know. So
Well, I was a champion at charades in Aquafolium. That was one of my things. You know, some princesses do like dressage and horseback. Not this girl. 100% charades master and boggle. It's hard to find boggle though, but
how did you do
totally.
boggle if you can't read?
I don't know. I put the letters together a lot and I seem to do really well. It's funny.
I think there's a pictographic boggle.
No, it was pretty honestly, I think they were letting me win because I was playing against people that are like not royalty. So I think I put together a lot of words that were not real words. But you know what? Trophy's a trophy. W is a W. Still got my banner in the rafters. Therefore, I'm the winner. Well, no, the rafters are destroyed.
Yeah, the
They're all
rafters in Aquafolium.
But
So Nan's going to walk up to the steering wheel of the ship
Yes.
and take out the atlas that she borrowed from the Lich's library.
Wonderful.
And she's going to steer the ship in the general direction of the comedic sea.
All right, very good. That is going to be a nature check. Now, because you have the book, we're going to give you a 1d6 bonus to it. So let's set this check at, well, you are a monk, so it's not in your wheelhouse to be a sailor. You're a
No.
dwarf, so that's not in your wheelhouse to be a sailor either.
No.
But you do have the book, so I'm going to say we'll set it at a 12 because you also have the nautical book as well. So yeah, we'll set the check at 12 and we'll give you 2d6 because of both of the books you took.
Wow.
You got 2 books. You're steering with your knees. You're steering with your knees. A 10, yes. You begin to steer the boat. The wind catches it. You hear a little giggle on the wind. You have just entered the comedic sea. The water churns and chortles as you pick up speed. All of the astral projections of the Lich begin clapping and huzzahing, pulling ropes, tying knots, and setting about preparing the ship. Roll me a d4. Roll me a d4. And Nan, because you are kind of the party leader, don't tell me the score yet. We'll have to re-roll. Before Nan, odd or even?
Even.
Even. All right, roll that d4 again. Yes, please. It's a 4. Wonderful. Yes, smooth sailing and clear skies. It is a beautiful day. There is a crisp citrus aroma to the air. Birds fly through the sky, indicating that there are islands nearby. At least that's what your book indicates. All things tell you that you are on course. What would the four of you like to do?
I think we should see if there's any rum.
Oh, that's a tall order, but we could try it.
I mean, I'm a full-on sailor now. Call me Matey Nan.
Maybe
Nothing bad has happened yet, so let's celebrate.
Let's celebrate.
I go into the captain's quarters to see if there's any rum. I just
Okay. Making your way to the captain's quarters, let's roll an investigation check. This investigation check is open-ended. All right, let's just roll a d20 and see what you get. It's a 7. You do not find any rum, but you do find a locket. A locket with a dark red stone in the center in the shape of a heart.
This is really nice.
When you pick it up, you are overcome with sadness.
Oh. This is not... all I could think of all the screaming people in Aquafolium. I can't. I throw it down on the ground. I can't.
You immediately return to your earlier mental state.
Whoa. Okay, that was a weird feeling.
That looks like a fun little locket. I think I'm going to pick it up when no one's looking.
I'm going to mental note that. I kick it underneath this barrel thing that's a holder that is there. There's no rum in it, but the holder's there.
Yes. Yeah, we'll say the wine cask.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
As you slide it under the wine cask. Sonny, what would you like to do?
Well, I was kind of waiting for that rum. I'm not really good on the ocean. But if there's no rum, I think I'll just go below deck. And just
are you a desert turtle or are you an ocean turtle?
Well, technically I'm an ocean turtle, but every time I'm on a ship, it goes wrong.
Ah. Interesting. What does that mean? Would you care to elaborate?
I don't think I've ever, really been on a successful ship voyage.
Let's roll a d20. 4. Now let's roll a d4. Odd or even?
Odd.
It's a 3. All right. Yes, you feel a slight bump, like the whole ship shudders, like the boat hit something. But the boat seems to be fine, and you continue to go below deck.
I'm sure that was nothing.
Yeah, probably. So where are you heading? You're heading towards the galley, you said?
I think I'm going to take a nap.
All right. yeah, you find yourself a nice hammock and begin to take a nap. That would make it Matey Nan's turn. Matey Nan, what would you like to do?
Matey Nan is drunk on power.
Yes.
I'm flying high, you know. So is Albie the wizard still on deck?
Yes, he is. As far as I know, I believe he was like observing Alera as Alera went into the captain's quarters, but I don't believe he went into the captain's quarters.
Okay. I would like to order Albie the wizard to swab the deck. By order of Matey Nan. And the only way that he can get out of it is by directly telling me no.
I feel like Nan isn't thinking this out fully because I could easily get out of this by not doing it.
I don't know. I just think that, you know, there are ways to compel people. So if Albie continues to do nothing, Nan's going to go over and start kicking him in the shins. Just lightly.
Okay. Yes.
Little does Matey Nan know, but I'm into that.
An apt defense indeed. Let's roll a charisma check. We're gonna roll a charisma check. Albie's AC is what, 16? Yeah. Yeah, that's a critical failure. So yes, Albie is not compelled. He is really into it. However you want to interpret that, Albie, I'm just letting you know you're really into it. Also, the Lich, the astral projections of the Lich are observing this, and they are talking to each other, and there is a concerned look on all of their faces.
Wow, the disapproving faces, the complete lack of intent. This reminds me of pretty much every night back at Wizard College. It brings back some lovely memories. I'm gonna fall into them for a little bit.
Albie, what would you like to do?
I'd like to fall deep inside my memories. If I
Take 2
could
points
go
of
deep
damage.
into my mind palace.
Take 2 points of damage because that was not an aside.
Oh, dear God, I'd like to go into my mind palace.
Yeah, there you go. All right, yes, I am going to say that's an Arcana check. So let's roll an Arcana check. That's a 4. Yes, you have gone into your mind palace. You are reflecting on the past. You are so lost in the past. You do not have a turn next round. That would make it next round. Who was the most proactive that turn? That would be Alera. So Alera, you are now in control. So it's your D4. We're going to roll the D4. You're going to tell me odd or even, and then we're going to find out the results. So let's roll that D4. You tell me odd or even. You're muted.
Even.
Even. All right, what's the roll? A 1. Okay. The sea begins to darken. That bump on the ship occurs again. It kind of jostles everybody very violently. They all kind of bounce about. The boat is struck by another thing. Jostled further. A third jolt, this time forcing everyone on the boat up into the air as if a great force has hit the boat. fourth one comes with such force that it throws all of you flying into the air as something rips the lower deck of the ship from itself, and the lower level of the ship begins filling with water. Matey Nan and Albie. Well, no, Albie, you're still lost in your mind palace, so I guess it's just Matey Nan. Matey Nan, you run to the edge of the deck, and you look in the water, and you see a massive shape in the water, swimming away from the ship and beginning to turn back towards the ship. If it is trying to crash into the ship. That would make it Alera's turn. Alera, what do you do?
Look around and survey the damage and everything and go, I need to get that damn pendant, the necklace. I go back into the quarters to get the necklace, but I don't want to touch it. So I look for anything that I could use as like a bag or a grasping thing. Okay,
yes. Because everything's been jostled around from the impact of this creature, we're going to need to roll another investigation check. So because you're looking for something specific, we're going to set this check at 12 or better.
Okay.
14. Yes, you are able to find a handkerchief, as well as the heart-shaped pendant. You grab the heart-shaped pendant with the handkerchief. You feel a slight tinge of heartache, but not to the same degree as before. And you manage to put the pendant in your bag.
Yes, and then I go back out into the.
Yes, you make your way to the deck. That would make it Alera, or no, Alera just went. That would make it Matey Nan's turn. No, that would make it Sunny's turn. Sunny, what's up? What are you doing? You are below deck. You are on the ground. You are no longer in your hammock. The lower decks are beginning to fill with water. What do you do?
Do I see where the water's coming from, like holes specifically, or?
No, you're on like the second level, and it took out the fourth level, so there's still a level between you, but the water is rapidly filling the ship, so you can see water seeping in, and more accurately, the ship lowering itself into the water, but you can assume where it's coming from. You can't see where it's coming from.
I can assume. I've been in this situation before.
Nothing.
So I'm gonna go up deck. You know.
Okay, sounds good.
I've been on a sinking ship.
Yes, making your way up deck, you still have an action. Would you like to do anything with it? Or would you like to hold until the end of this round?
You know what? I'm going to hold, if I, see anything I can shoot with, like an Eldritch Blast, I'll hold that,
All right, sounds good. You're going to hold an attack till the end of the round. That would make it Matey Nan's turn. Matey Nan, what are you doing?
Hey, well, I've got two problems here. One is a creature in the water, and one is a sinking ship. It seems like we can solve one. No, I meant to say, it seems like we can solve both.
That's much more optimistic.
Yeah. Nan is going to consult her sailing book and she's going to put up every single sail on the boat in hopes that this will become a flying boat that will fly instead of sail.
Can I aid her in this?
You can't, but Sunny or Albie can.
I think if Albie says nothing, that means he wants to aid me.
Yeah, I'm going to say Albie is going to aid, so Albie is going to roll an aid check. Albie, let's roll that aid check. We need an 11 or better. Yeah, just a D20. That's an 8. Oh, no! It is a distracting aid. So, yes, Albie.
Hold on. You said it was a D20. What kind of roll is that?
It's an aid.
Right. Would my plus whatever to Arcana help with that, since I have my special wand?
No, it would not help in this scenario.
Can it just for fun?
No.
Deep in my mind palace, I feel compelled to do something, but I'm so damn comfortable that I just sink into my memories of smoking skooma with Todd behind the gym.
Yeah, that's what happens. All right, so yes, let's roll this check. This is going to be an engineering check as you try to turn the ship into a flying ship. So that's going to be a D20 minus a D6. So we're going to set this check at 16 or better. So 1 D20 minus 1 D6. Let's see how we do.
It's not possible.
That's a dirty one. Nan, you look at the book as the ship is kind of sinking lower and lower into the water as the dark shape is approaching. It begins to slowly emerge up from the water and begin to take form, the water rippling and surging around it. You kind of grab several of the ropes and hastily pull, ripping the sails from the ship, entangling yourself in them. That would make it Albie's turn. Albie just went. He did his aid action. So that would make it Sunny's turn. Sunny, you held. The creature is close enough for you to perform an attack. Would you like to perform an attack, or would you like to do something else?
Yeah, I'm gonna just throw an Eldritch Blast at its way.
All right, that sounds
attack.
good. Standard attack. 2d6. That's a 7. You extend your hand out. An Eldritch Blast fires at the creature as it opens its massive maw, an enormous row of teeth as its jaw engulfs the back end of the ship and crashes down, completely devouring the back end of the ship. The ship lurches up, and all of you are thrown into the air before landing back down on the deck of the ship as the ship slams back into the water and begins rapidly sinking on its side. The creature dives back into the water, submerging underneath the water. Welcome to the fight with the Leviathan. Most of you have heard tales of the Leviathan. They are known to swim through the comedic sea, but they have been dismissed as old sailor tales. They are supposed to be enormous, whale-like, shark-like monsters. Clearly, this is what the Kindly Lich had forgot to tell you about, and now you find yourself encountering it. That would make it the Leviathan's turn. The Leviathan is going to rise up from the water. It emerges up from the water and slams down, smashing itself by the ship, sending debris from the shattered ship flying towards you. Let's roll that d20 for an attack. 5. That is going to hit no one, as debris and water and flotsam and jetsam fly over the course of the ship, but manage to avoid all of you. You're currently safe. That would make it Alera's turn. Alera, what do you do?
I am going to attempt to scare this guy off with a little bit of help from the Celestial Kitten and some thaumaturgy.
Okay, yeah.
The great thunderous voice of the Celestial Kitten speaks. So I go to the edge of the still intact part of the ship, which is not much, and I look at the Leviathan and I wait for it to come close to the top, knowing that water carries sound even better than air does. So my thaumaturgy will be louder under the sea than it will be in standard air. And I look at him and I summon through myself the Celestial Kitten's power, and I really powerfully say, "Leviathan, Leave us now, 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 now. And
Is this your class feature? Are you using your smite?
Yes.
Okay, yes, then let's use our smite. All right, let's roll a d20 and a d6. Yes, the Leviathan emerges from the water. You see its massive eye as it peeks up. An equally booming voice. The kitten has no power in these waters. You are not welcome, land dweller. Leave, and I will let you live. It then submerges beneath the depths.
Well, that didn't work. Any other ideas?
It has given you a momentary reprieve.
We need to get out of here. Like now. Now.
That would make it sunny. What do you want to do?
Well, I think we should take its advice, and I'll yell back to the Leviathan, thanks for the advice, and yeah, the kitten sucks. I agree.
Knock it off. No.
I mean, we're just being friends.
Yeah, okay.
Don't worry, Leviathan, I agree with you.
All right, let's roll a charisma check. This one's 9. You see the Leviathan swim by. You see the Leviathan swim by, Sonny, and it winks at you. The Leviathan now likes you. So you can safely assume that if your party sinks into the water, the Leviathan will either eat you last or not eat you at all.
Sounds about right.
That would make it Nan's turn. Nan, what do you want to do?
I think that the crew should escape on the escape boat that I have just seen over there.
Yes, looking over there, there is an escape boat, a small vessel capable of holding 4 individuals, sways back and forth on the side of the ship. The astral projections of the Lich look at all of you and then look at the ship.
Well, guess captain goes down with the ship. But
You're not a captain though. You're a Nan. You're a matey.
I was a captain for a minute there.
Not gonna let you. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Look, we're all in this together.
Get in the lifeboat. I'm gonna make everyone get in. I'm gonna push them. I'm gonna push them into the lifeboat.
Okay, that's going to be a strength check. Let's roll a d20, and you need to beat 16. 14. So you managed to push. You managed to push Alera in.
Oh, what? Fine, I'll be in the boat.
Well, Alera will be safe. What's going on, buds? Why don't you want to get in the lifeboat? What's happening?
Well, I can count. I mean, you could join us. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, let's all go. This is what I'm saying. Let's get off this stinking ship.
oh, I thought you were gonna go down with the ship.
I was going to. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
All
then
right, let's go.
Yeah. Albie.
Deep in the depths of my mind palace, I hear a faint voice. it is oh so faint, like the sneaking of a mouse.
Alera and Sunny, this actually is our opportunity to leave Albie behind if we so choose.
I like Albie.
I don't think we should. I mean, I don't know why that compels me, but like, I'm not really keen on losing cool adventurers right now. So, as weird as he is, he's gotta come.
Weird. I'd just say useless, but okay.
Well, yeah, useless too, but you know, maybe one day he'll come in handy, and then we'll go, oh, that's why we kept him there. Got it. So,
I love your spirit. I love your optimism. You
what I
know,
do. What
I
do.
believe it. I believe in Albie too. You know.
Albie, you
Go on, voice in the sky.
you were saying, Albie, you were saying in your mind palace you heard a voice like the sound
my
of a
mind
mouse, and then you
palace,
started
I
giggling to yourself.
Yeah. In my mind palace, I heard a voice which
Uh-huh.
led me into a deep cave inside my mind. It's the cave of forgotten memories, where all of the memories that are too painful for me to bear have been hidden away in crystalline form. Underneath a pile of these crystals, I see one that shines and gleams with a blue light, the intensity of which is many, many more lumens than I can count. In this memory, I see myself as a young boy. My family, we've rented a cottage along the seashore, and I'm out there on the sand, in the sun, barefoot, leaving tracks that history will not remember. And I realize I'm stepping on something solid. I look down. It's an egg. A big egg. A very big egg. Which for the rest of the summer, I keep to myself in my room, and using what meager magic I might have, try to keep it warm and try to hatch it inside my room. When it hatches, my father is very disappointed. He says, Albert, do you know what that is? Do you know what you've brought into our home? And I say, no, Father, what is it? He says, it's an abomination. That creature will grow to be Leviathan. And I say, Father, is this a true memory? Is this a canonically true memory? Or have I made this up?
Congratulations, Albie, you have broken your curse.
Oh, gang.
Oh my God, he's talking.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just had the darndest recollection.
Okay.
When I was a boy, I hatched a Leviathan, and I had to send it out into the ocean because it was going to be too big for our small apartment in town. I don't know if you know this, but Leviathans need a big they need a big bowl, to be comfortable in. We didn't have access to that, so I let it go, and I named it Bengal.
What?
Huh?
Bengal?
Bagel.
Bengal,
Bengal, like the type.
Bagel.
like the thing you wear.
Bangle.
Mm.
Got it.
Okay.
I've been listening to a lot of music at the time.
All right. Let's roll a history check. With your wand, providing an additional 2d6
Mhm.
bonus, because Leviathan are monstrosities.
Yes, they
So
are.
you do have a
Beautiful,
bonus for
monstrosities.
this. You do have a bonus for this, so you get 2d6 bonus. Let's roll a history check to see if this Leviathan is Bangle the Leviathan.
Come on. Come on, man.
16.
Uh-huh.
The Leviathan begins to charge the ship as it sinks into the water. Albie, you step to the edge of the water, holding out your wand in front of you. The Leviathan rears its head, opens its maw, and then stops and lowers. Albie.
Hey there, little guy.
My brother. My egg guardian. You said we would meet again.
And so we have
its massive tail and splashes it behind itself.
It's a little shower.
Forgive me. I did not realize this was your ship.
It's not, but I am currently using it. Bengal, would it be too much to ask if you could give us some safe passage for old time's sake?
You are always welcome in the seas. So long as I travel amongst them, come, take to my back. I shall ferry you to safety. You and your companions. The cool turtle, the beautiful elf, and the drunk with power dwarf.
Hear these guys? So cute. I love it. I love you. Thank you.
What do you guys? Yeah, what do you guys think of Bengal?
I'm coming around. And also,
Gain to call I shall, brother. Useless again, and I will drown you in the ocean.
I think they're talking to you, Nan. But hey, Bengal, I think I think Nan is all right this time. I feel like she was the one who brought me back to you in some small way. I heard her voice and it led me back to you. So she may think I'm useless, but I think we've just proven her wrong, and she's going to have to live with that for the rest of her life, and that's punishment enough.
Much like father, come, take to my back. We go.
Get on the back.
I always believed in you, Albie.
Yeah, thank you, Sonny. I didn't.
Literally said this when you were in your head. I said you'd be valuable one day, and split out. Here we are.
And she was just saying that to the air. It wasn't because anyone said that you were not going to be valuable.
Yeah, I was already sitting in the boat, but I was like, I should say this. Felt right. Now I'm justified in saying it. Which is
Yeah,
great.
you're really lucky you said that today and not any other day, because 90% of the time you'd be wrong.
That 1/10 of a time.
Congratulations, you have successfully defeated the Leviathan! Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Where would you like to go, Shell brother?
Let's go to. I was deep in thought at the time, but I feel like we're trying to get to some elf or something. Cassandra.
Crone. Let's not call her an elf. Thank you.
The island of Cassandra, the sea crone. Very well. And suddenly a surge of water as Bangle begins swimming with great speed towards an island. In a few moments, you see the island in the distance. It quickly emerges until it becomes a massive island. The Leviathan turns at the shallows. This is as far as I can go. Swim from here. I shall wait if you need to be taken back to land.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much, Bangle. We will be in need of your service, but for right now, that'll do, Leviathan. That'll do.
Good luck, brother. I shall show you one day the kingdom I have built in the deep from the wreckage of the many ships I have destroyed, and you shall see.
You destroyed a lot of ships?
So many ships. I have so much treasure. It's ridiculous.
I guess those ships are kind of destroyed because of my actions, but I'm going to separate myself morally from what you've done.
Yes. Yes. Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
And then Bagel shakes you off of its back and dives into the water.
Okay, and I'm gonna swim for this shore.
All right, swimming for the shore, you arrive at a small craggy island with a single palm tree swaying in the wind. Sitting atop one of these craggy stones near the palm tree is a sea crone. She is covered in thick scales, purple with large gills on the side of her neck. Hello, welcome to my island. I have not eaten elf flesh in some time, nor have I feasted on dwarf in nearly a century. Tortle I have had many a time. You I shall turn into, I don't know, how do you feel about being like a mailbox? Does that sound good? Why are you here on my island? Speak or be destroyed.
Yeah, we're not dinner. We're not like, what's it called? Dwarf Dash or anything like that. Or,
No, I think that's exactly what we are.
no, we're not like Kluber Eats or something.
If you're not dinner, then you must be entertainment. Let us fight then. She pulls out a trident and stands up, revealing herself to be several feet tall, about 12 feet tall.
Hey, I've had a rough day. I've got a headache. I'm kind of tired of this. Can we just give you this ring that we got?
Alera, I think you have to get down on one knee for that.
Wait.
Marrying.
He shifts into the form of a beautiful, beautiful purple, elven, fey-like creature. Did
Yeah,
Leroy give you this?
You know his new name. That's so cute. Yeah, Leroy Soulpatch.
Wait, how do you know his new name?
It's Crones know that. It's like Crones 6.
It's just a crone thing. Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
they just know. They're up. They're
It's
really
just
on the
intuition,
know.
right?
Shush, 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 shush. She casts a silence spell on Alera. Please, dwarf, the ring.
Okay. We just don't go where I'm from giving rings around to people. So I need to know. God, I wish I was as good at charades as Alera is. I need to know one thing that only you and I would know about Leroy Soulpatch.
I'm excited. What's going on?
He always dots his eyes with smiley faces.
But what did he used to dot his eyes with?
Ooh, skulls.
That would make sense.
Okay, what do you think? Should I give her? I mean, that was the correct answer. So, should
I
give
mean,
her-
yeah, give her the ring. You know, that's
Okay.
the entire reason why we're here. I don't know why you had to put an extra.
Because what if this was an astral projection of the bad guy?
What bad guy?
Yeah, who's the bad guy?
I didn't know that about Leroy.
There
Like,
are
I
bad
think
guys
you're being kind of
literally
ageist
everywhere.
And Cronist. There's nothing wrong with crones. My mother was a crone.
I'm not saying the crone's the bad guy. I'm saying it could have
Okay.
been the bad guy.
I mean,
Who's
like,
the bad guy.
empirically, I am evil. Like that's my alignment.
Right, but you're not bad. You know, evil's
here's-
just what you are. It's not what you do. You know.
Yeah.
God, Albie, go back to your mind palace, okay? Here is the family carry ring. That's for you. Thank you, Cassandra.
Family Kelly, thank you. She puts the ring onto her finger and turns back into her cronish form. And so he has finally put his feelings aside. Very well. Let us return! She snaps her fingers and slaps her hands, and you are suddenly, all four of you, thrust back to the Lich's library. You turn and you see Soul Patch and Cassandra making out passionately in the corner.
Actually putting their feelings aside, looks like.
Love.
Yes! This is cake for everyone! Cake and fish begin falling from the sky as the two continue to embrace. What will happen next now that Albie has found two spellcasters capable of casting a level 5 spell? Now that the Kindly Lich has been reunited with the love of his unlife, what does that mean for Nan and their totally platonic but deeply intense relationship? Why does Sunny always have issues while traveling at sea? And will Alera ever be free from her spell of silence? These mysteries and more await us next time on Hazards and Hijinks! Oh, wow, oh, thank you so much for joining us this Friday night. If you stuck around all the way to the end, thank you so very much. What an adventure did we have? Ooh-wee, wow! Family reunions, lovers reunited. Oh, wow, I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. If you made it all the way to the end and you haven't liked and subscribed and followed, please do all of that stuff. Head on over to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Tumblr, all of that. We got tons of content all the time. We do drawings, we have fan art, we do all sorts of pictures, all sorts of fun stuff. You can help build the adventure with us and interact with the adventure every single Friday night here on Hazards and Hijinks. Special shout out to the Ghosts of Alexandria for cursing Albie tonight. That was a lot of fun. The asides proved themselves to be quite the thematic curse for this adventure. An awful lot of fun. We have another awesome adventure next week. Also, we have other great shows here at Fancy Hobo. Tomorrow night, we have our Pride Night. Holly, you are no longer cursed with silence, so why don't you tell us about Pride Night?
Thank you so much. So yes, tomorrow night we are going to be doing a show that is not only a fun improv show featuring not only LGBTQ, but also some really great allies on the Fancy Hobo team. But we're also doing a fundraiser, a benefit show to benefit the Trevor Project, which helps and aids youth in the LGBTQ community. And they're a really great organization. So we're going to be raising money for them. And also, we're just going to have a good old, as the Flintstones said, a gay old time. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to do it pridefully. So that's tomorrow night, 8 p.m. I'm your host with the mostest, and we'll see you there.
Yeah, that one's going to be a blast. Next week, we also have the genre show returning. We're doing a Shakespeare genre, so that's going to be a blast. And the following week, we are having a special show, the Duo Show, where we are going to have two-person long form, and that is going to be a blast and a half. So be sure to check out all of the new stuff coming Friday and Saturday nights. Thank you so much for sticking around. We love you. You love us. We'll see you next time. Now let's end the show as we always do with a hearty huzzah, because we beat both of our quests tonight, and so we're that much closer to level in 3, 2, 1, huzzah! Huzzah! Woo! 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 Woo!
Holly, I'm a little disappointed you didn't end your promo with let's yabba dabba do it. You took the I thought it was funny, but
I could not think of a improvia version of Uber Eats, so I just said Fluber Eats, which is
Fluber. Well, I like Dwarf Dash. Dwarf Dash is great. Like that's totally a thing now. Dwarf Dash is totally a thing.
Dwarf Dash. It's a cannon. Good.
Wait, the cannon is a joke? What? This is the thing. I put so much effort into the cannon. Is it a joke?
The cannon's great. I'm just saying that Dwarf Dash, the joke, is now canon.
Yes. No, the only thing that are canon is the jokes. Like, if you try to add serious things into canon, it's just not happening.
Yeah.
The Kindly Lich does not in that town. Woo!
Is this where we